It seems I have much recording to do because it's only not only that those spirits have told me to do like a Bible study and to interpret, to tell you what it's all about. That things it's where it's hard to understand in the Bible. They want me to teach you and tell you about from my experience in life and what I know about heaven and what I know about those hosts in heaven, those hosts in heaven. It's all of those what we call angels and spirits and seraphim and all those different kind there is in heaven. Those are the hosts, those that is working for us, to those that want to have a communication with us, a relationship with us. Though there is so many that doesn't do the work in heaven. Also, those that is playing in the meadow around the New Jerusalem, they don't work at all because those is they don't know anything. I have told you that they are not dead, but their mind is not set up to help us here on earth. They are only playing. And I suppose there is people that love to be like that in heaven and don't want to touch earth again. That they are done with the earth, so they want to be in the meadow also. It's not only that they in the court they tell them to be in the meadow there, because there is a communication in heaven also. I have been up to heaven. The first time I was really up in heaven, not in a dream, but I could talk in heaven. And it was when I started to want to go home, to fly home to Sweden, when I was in United States, and I was in a shelter with all those black women there as the only white person in the shelter. And I think it was in Chesapeake, in Virginia I was. And in the night I got this, I was scared to fly back to Sweden, because when I fly to United States first in year 2000, after God had been in my home and take me out from my home and take me out from Sweden, and when I was on the airplane, the suddenly high up in the air, the airplane dropped like we were in an elevator, and it was not like in a movie that people are screaming like that. It was quiet. No one say anything. We only wait. What is it that happened like that? And that was the first time I prayer. So I did a prayer to God to help us in the airplane. And then suddenly we were flying normally again. And I heard a voice, the captain on the flight, say that this can happen when the engine is stopped. He said like calm, like that was nothing, but we were dropping in the air for some seconds, and the one that was sitting on my side, she or he, I don't remember, but this person say, how many ancient have an airplane? I don't know, but of course there is more than one engine in the airplane. It was a big Boeing 737 like that. So the captain say that we have now switched to the second engine, he said, and then was it over. But that scared me because I knew on the airplane that the devil tried to stop me, but God was with me, so he held up the airplane so we didn't do it. But it was a hack there in the air that was scary. And so when I started to feel me sick, and I was thinking I have to go in some way to come home, back home to Sweden. But I was scared to take the flight to Sweden because I was frightened that we should then I should never reach Sweden and we should crash over Atlantic Ocean. And so I was a little, I didn't know what to do. So that night in the shelter, I was lifted up to heaven, and I was standing in this room that showing that I am in heaven, because it was oak wood, old oak wood, dark brown on the walls. The whole room was full of, even the floor was oak tree. And behind me, when I was standing in a line, it was many people before me. But when I look behind me, there was like a lighting up, a cross was lighting up. It looked like a cross way back there. And it cast a shadow in the room on the floor. And but it didn't reach where I was standing. And I saw that in front of us, in the line. It was maybe 3-4 people before me. In the office, like an office desk, there was an angel, and she was looking in a very, very thick book. And I saw her and the wings, those wings she had, it was way back on the floor. And I was thinking, how can she hold up those wings? Those are so heavy on her because she was a slim woman. She was not young, she was an old woman. She was maybe 45, 50 years old and very slim. And I was wondering, how can she even walk or fly with those wings? It was maybe 3-4 meters behind her, those wings. And then I was standing there, and I look back on my shoulder. It was very strange because I could turn around with my head very much, and I saw on my back where my shoulder was, there was start to be wings. It was like two small wings on each side of my body. So I knew I was in heaven. And I was happy. I was glad to walk into heaven. But the woman that was standing before me, she was crying very, very much. And she said to this archangel that, I have children back on earth. I need to go back to them and take care of them. She was crying very much, upset. And when I was standing there and heard her crying, then I was thinking that I am leaving my daughter. My daughter needs me. I was thinking that she needed me. So when it was my turn to go into heaven, that archangel, she looked at me and she asked me what age I wanted to be in heaven. That's when I understand that we can choose. We choose our most happy year we have had on earth, and that's why it can be different ages on people, even if we don't have any age in heaven, but we stop in one special year that we had on earth, and in that time I was thinking that I should be 35 years old, because it was when I have just got my daughter, and I was happy to be a mother. But now today I want to be in this age I am in, because this is my most happiest time in my life. So yeah, I don't want to be younger. I want to stay old in heaven. And I say to these archangels, you know, my daughter, and she knew very well. I felt that she understood. She knew my daughter, and I say, can't I go back to Earth again? My daughter needs me, I say to the archangel. I was not frightened or sad, but I was worried about my daughter. And the archangels asked me, how many years do you want? She said. And I was so humble. I was so humble to stay there with her. She was so mighty. And so I say, can I get 10 years? I ask her. And she say, I give you 20 years, she say. And then I come back to Earth. And that make me not worried to fly back home. It took me over a year to get so I could fly back to Sweden. But I was not frightened at all to take the flight because of the archangel. And people have said that that's a very big sin. We should not know when we die. People have said to me, but it seems like she only say some years for me. The 20 years have gone, so that can't be those 20 years she say to me, and I say 10 years, so it maybe can be 30 years, but I don't know. So that's not a sin, because I don't know when my time has ended. It's God that decided, so I don't need to think about it. I only need to think of what is going on today. I don't need to know the future. And why I started to recording now and talk to you, it was because they say to me today for 2-3 hours. This is evening, my normal time when I'm recording, and they say that there is someone that is listen now. It doesn't matter what date it is, what year it is. It's just now. When in heaven there is no time. So when they say there is someone that need a healing, need comfort from us, then it can be any day, any year, because it's only now, today, and not tomorrow is the 1st April 2022 here on Earth, but that is it not in heaven. It's only today in heaven, and only today when they're talking. and about healing. And there is coming to me this healing energy that is it's coming now, and it will go to you that have this need of healing that was said today, that it should take place for you. I will see if they say something about it, why you need this healing. Let's see if they say something to it. I see a woman, a white woman, and it seems. At first, I saw like she have many suitcases, bags to pack, but now I see there is someone that have died. Someone that she clean up and fix the dead body to be beautiful to look at. And she talking to her mother. She say it's her mother, and when she is cleaning up and place some flowers around her mother, she talking to her mother, and you should know that the spirit of your mother is there in the room, and so she hear, and she have heard, and she have seen everything that you have done. The silver cord is there between you and your mother, and it was very tight between your mother and you. You were like sisters. You love each other so much. But that strong cord, silver cord you had here with your mother is going to be between you and her, even if she is in heaven. She is going to see everything in your life, what's going on. You say that your mother is missing. I don't know if it's a son or a daughter that is about 13, maybe 12, 13, and you talking to your mother that you are going, your mother is going to not could see those children when they do these big steps in life, when they end the school, when they go get, if they go confirmation or baptized in the church and all these things, and when they go married, you say that your mother is going to miss all those things with your children. And it's hard for you to understand that she's gone, but she is not gone. She's there. She's there. Sometimes you can feel something like a feather on your hand. It's touch your hand. It's showing me the left hand of yours. It's sometimes you feel like something is sweeping on your skin there, and that's your mother that visits you here on earth, and she is with you the rest of your life, wait for you up in heaven when the day will come. Those in heaven, they don't want to see us cry. They want to see us moving on in life, because it's only a short time here on earth, and then we are there with them in heaven. So for them in heaven, they think it's a waste of time, waste of energy that you need to have here on earth, because the time is so short, and you will come into heaven and be with your loved ones forever in heaven. So those tears we cry here on earth for our loved ones that have passed away, that is kind of disturbing for them in heaven, because that pulled them down to earth again. So they can't rest and have these things they have in heaven, when the whole time someone is pulled them down to earth the whole time because of the tears. You need to think in that way, that you soon are with your mother, you are soon with your father, you are soon with your children in heaven. They're waiting for you to come when the day is there. But in that meantime, you need to do what you have to do on earth. You have to stay in focus on God's plan for you. It can't be disturbing. You have to know that sometimes is it the devil that do these things, that kill a person that is close to you, because to disturb you in what you are doing in your life in God's work, that work you do for God, the work you do for people. It can be the devil that caused those deaths to disturb you, to make you not want to do it anymore, what you are doing. So you should not give the devil the victory. You need to do what you are doing, and move forward in your life and stay happy, or else it's be the victory for the devil. So that's the healing here. It's energy going on the whole time, and they want me to tell you these sort of things because they are here with me, and I have a problem today. It's a disturbing things that there is coming religious groups, sects, groups that is full of hate, that is of the devil. It's they have coming together with all those hate. It's sad to read what they say on Facebook. I took them as my friends because I wanted to understand how they are thinking, what their religion are. I do it. I have many different kind of religion as my Facebook friends, and this is those that is a side of those big religion groups. Is those that is have going out from those main religion, and they be so very evil, those groups. And I have it's this Hebrew Israelites, and that is only black people, and they hate white people. So that's how can they be under God and hate? God doesn't hate. God doesn't look at the skin of a person. This is poor evil things going on, and it affects and it's give birth to terrorism. It give birth to killing, and it's so evil. It's coming. The source, we know that the source is coming. Where it's coming from, it's not coming from God. Every religions that separate themselves from other big people because of their skin color, that is of the devil, and you should be careful to be in this sort of religious the cultures, because you know God. God is not about the color of the skin. He is not have a country that is favor, because he look at the nation, and that is the nation is people all over the world. It's not a country. The nation is the people. And if you know God, you should be careful with those religious people that claim that they are under God, because they are not under God, because they don't know God. So there is many, and that's what we can see going on very much today, because of the devil is trying to kill us, to steal our kids from us, to make them go into these all kind of sects. And it's very sad to see those black people that hate white people, because that's where I grew up, in black churches. I was living with black people, and those black people never look at me in a different way. But today it is very much going on with this kind of hate. And we have to be careful with this sort of people and groups because they are not from God. So that was one thing I wanted to say. But the main thing in my recording today was that I was told to do some kind of healing, and it's a streaming coming again. So it's not done yet, but I wait for it to be calmed down, because so you get all the energy. It's not only for one person, it's for everyone that want to come close to God. You are maybe close to God, but even more. So you sit in God's lap. If he don't have a body here, but he have a body in heaven. So you can sit in his lap. It's so sweet to think that you want to sit in his lap. So be so close. Much love, love, love. So thank you for listen. And I need to do recordings as soon as they tell me to do it. I am not my own. I am under this, the God and his kingdom. I am a tool for them. I'm not a person, I am a tool for them, to help you, to heal you, to send love to you.